Hello everyone, welcome to another vlog video. My name is The Star. I am The Star Crochet and I make and sell crochet and knit gifts for everyone. On this vlog I talk about things like what I do every day of a vlog entry and as terms of the creative hobbies that I do, so like either knit, crochet, or cross stitch, and that's about it. But every day that I do this vlog I show how the progress of every project I work on. So it is the 4th of July 2026 and I want to start off with this big sweater because I feel I did not show you guys the finished object of this rainbow sweater. So I used, it has the star right here, and I feel like this sweater is going to be like a size, I would say it's size extra large, large extra large, so one of those. And here is one of the sleeves, and then here is the other sleeve. So it's pretty big, I would say. Yeah, it's pretty big. But I finished the sweater finally, and then I have another sweater that I completed since I last showed you guys. I have a baby sweater. So of course I gotta start by showing you guys the star on the sweater. There we go. The star. And then this is the baby sweater. I used this yarn. It's from Red Heart Stripes. And I don't remember the name of the colorway, but this is, this will be like a size 6 to 12 months. And then here's the back, sleeves, and sleeve. So that is the second finished object that I have, and then the remainder of what I have are works in progresses. So I still have not been able to work on the sock yet because I just don't have the time anymore for that, because previously whenever I would work on the sock knitting, I would exercise. I would walk in place for an hour straight, and then I would knit at the same time of walking in place. Now I do different forms of exercises, like I do sit-ups and crunches and leg ups, and I don't remember the name of whatever else I do. But I don't work on the sock anymore because it would be too difficult, doing sit-ups and knitting at the same time. That'd be very difficult. Anyway, so it's still on the part where I'm at the toe section of it. I'm going to start with what is on my hook. This is not specifically on my hook right now, but I am doing micro crochet. This is going to be a blanket, and so I just make like a little blanket, like it's this wide, and maybe it'll be like this tall or something. So it'd be like for like a miniature dollhouse collection or something like that, because it's a community out there for people that like tiny things and buy miniatures of everything. And so I'm using the Bavarian stitch with this micro crochet blanket, and I'm using like this blue, and then I'm using like this ivory. And these may look familiar. Back when I was doing the lace tatting, I would use this and this whole section of lace thread. And I don't do lace tatting anymore because I feel it's just it is a little bit difficult, but it's okay. It's just something that I'm not really sticking to that much. But I have a final work in progress and I gotta grab it real quick. And I'm back. So I am using this yarn on my next project, or my current project, and I am knitting another adult sweater. So here it is so far, and then here's the other side. I have yet to put a star on it because once it's complete then I'll put the star on it. And I'm still working on the yoke section. I am at the part where, this is a raglan by the way, I'm at the part where I do a set of 4 rows of stitches per increase, like 14 sets of, let's see, increase around each stitch marker, and then a regular stitch of the second row, and then the third row only increases on the body, and then another row of the knit stitch all around, so like regular stitches all around, and that's 14 sets of those 4 rows. And this is what it looks like so far. I'm using that ombre, as you can tell, this yarn right here, how it has different colors. I'm using the Loops and Threads Soft Classic Ombre, and this is the purple ombre that I'm starting with. And then the knitting needles that I'm using, it is, well, I think this is 4.5mm of a knitting needles, and you can tell like the tops of these needles have been worn out. The paint has been, you know, torn apart. But anyway, that is all that I have for today. I wanted to get this vlog entry in before it gets dark and then the fireworks start going off in my neighborhood and in my area. So anyway, yeah, that's it for today. Hello, it is July 5th, 2026, and I have 2 works in progresses and 1 finished object. My depth perception and everything is a little out of whack right now because I only got 4 hours of sleep last night, and it was because people around the neighborhood are lighting fireworks until like 2:30 in the morning, and then I was finally able to get some sleep at like 4:30 in the morning, and then I woke up at like 8:15, like 8 or 8:15. So I'm just I'm hanging in there. But I'm going to show the first work in progress. This is the sweater that I'm knitting, and it is with the ombre colors. This skein right here, this type of yarn. This is the Loops and Threads Soft Classic Ombre, and the colorway is Purple Ombre. This will be a size large, extra large probably. If not, then a size medium large, but we'll have to see once I'm done with it. Here is the front or the back, and then here is the other side. And so I am still not done with the yoke yet. I still have about 3 more sets of increases of the 4 rows left, and then after that I will be ready for sectioning off the armholes. And then the next work in progress I realized I didn't show you guys yesterday. I am finally on the second color of this cross stitch. I can't believe I forgot to show you guys this yesterday. I was so excited too whenever I was working on it today. But here's what it looks like. You can start to see a little bit the design of it. And the next color that I'm on is the yellow color, so it's like all this parts right here. And that's going to be like a white color. And so where I'm at is right here. And see where the yellow is becoming the white. And there's a trick to this, how it's a stamped cross stitch. What I learned maybe on the last cross stitch when I was working on it, I read more of the instructions because it came with some, while my past cross stitches didn't come with any instructions of how to like handle the cross stitch when completed. And so what it said to do is soak it in water, and all the stamped parts will dissolve and go away. Even the color parts right here, even the numbers on the side, all of that will go away when it's soaked in water for a couple of hours. So I'm doing that definitely after this cross stitch as well. And then I have 1 finished object. It is a pink dino. Isn't it cute? I want to make more of these dinos so that way I have them as an option to sell at the future markets that I attend. I will say that I will not be going to the market this weekend because I will be going out of town again. But with this dino, I used the safety eyes, the 8mm safety eyes, as you can see. And it looks really cute. I love it. And you can hold it in the palm of your hand just like the previous one. If you notice this, by the way, this giant octopus that I made that one back in 2020, and all it took me was just a look of a few pictures of a pre-made crochet octopus amigurumi, and I made one by myself using only scrap yarn. And so he's pretty big. His name is Otto, and I made him in 2020, and so he's 6 years old now. But that is all that I have for today. Good old sleep deprived me. It is now July the 6th, 2026, and I have a couple of works in progresses to show you guys. I'm going to start by showing this one project that I started, and I'm very excited about it. I want to show you what it looks like first, and then I'll explain later. So I'm making out of this a cat ear beanie, and it's going to be an original pattern, but what I'm doing here is I have all of these thread colors that I got from Amazon back when I tried to do the lace tatting. I have given up on the lace tatting and I'm using the thread in different ways, and so I have like this 5 strands right here of the different colors, if you can see. And so what I'm using right now that is on the thread is like an orange, a dark orange, a white, an off-white, and a blue. And so whenever the next color of the mini cone of the thread that I run out of, I will use, you know, this next, and then the next one after that will be this, and so on and so forth. I'm not going to use this black one because you guys know I don't like working with the color black. Anyway, I do want to say how I was able to get enough sleep last night. I was able to, I was able to get enough sleep last night, and so I'm back to normal, back for good. I was able to exercise today. I feel great, and I actually need to like amp up my exercising now because my body's gotten used to what I've been doing. But anyway, the next work in progress I have to show you guys is the knitting of the sweater. I am still on the sweater that I've been working on for a while now. So here's what it looks like so far. The purple ombre by the Loops and Threads Soft Classic from Michaels. And this is, just what it looks like so far. And it's bunched up right here. And here are the circular knitting needles that I am using. Like I think of 4.00 or either a 4.5 millimeter that I'm using. And then this is the third skein that I am on right now. And this is how much so far it has made. Like the first skein was done like in this area right here, and then the second skein was up to this part right here, and now I'm on the third out of 12 that I got of this color and all the other colors I showed you guys. And then the final work in progress I want to show you guys is this cross stitch that I have been working on. So I did do a little bit more of where the yellow was at. Let's see, where could I show you? Okay, so I'm about right here. I'm still on the part where I'm doing white on the bright yellow, and I was able to do, all of this so far with the bright yellow. I started here, and then I'm all the way down here, and then I'm going this way, and then I'll work my way up all the way back over here, which is the end of the bright yellow up where the white goes. And to remind you guys, this is going to be a yin-yang symbol with dragons. One dragon is black and one dragon is white. And it has, that's what it's going to look like. And that is what I have for today. It is now July the 7th, 2026, and I have one finished object and 2 works in progresses that I've been working on. I'm going to start with the finished object. I finished this. It's a cat ear hat that I made with all of the different colors of thread that I had together, that I crocheted together. And so this is what it looks like. It's very pretty, and I love the way it looks. I love how, and this, the front or the back, it's irreversible, but I just love the way that this looks, how the different colors of the thread put together makes such a beautiful like way of making the colors, and I'll show you guys as I wear this. So yeah, this is what it looks like, the cat ear beanie. And then I have, the next thing I have is a work in progress, and this is a cross stitch. So I want to show where I left off. I left off about right here. So I didn't get that much done today, so I worked from here to here. And that's about all I did for the cross stitch. And this is how it looks farther away. And then for the final work in progress, I am getting further on the knit sweater with the purple ombre. I completed all of the increases that it took to get to the bottom of the yoke and to separate the sleeves. So here's the first lifeline separating the sleeve, and then here is the second lifeline separating the sleeve, and this is where I am at right now with the knitting. So this is what it looks like, and then this is the other side, and I like the way it looks so far because I wanted to try that ombre collection when it came to knitting sweaters so I can prepare for fall in case I have no sales until that time, that I have at least something I can show to sell, because it'll be I want to sell these sweaters, the adult sweaters, for probably $45 or $50 each, because of all the time it takes me to complete one of these kinds of sweaters. So this is my third skein when it comes to the purple ombre, and I'm almost done with it, over halfway complete with it. And that is it for today's episode. If you have made it this far in the video, please subscribe to my channel, ring the notification bell so you're always notified of all the videos I make. Like this video if you liked this video. Also, hype this video if you're watching it on the phone. And check out my social media, such as TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. And also check out my Patreon. It is $5.55 a month per person. You get exclusive perks such as yarn haul videos, early access posts and videos, post and updates, and member shoutouts in every description box of every YouTube video. Also check out my website. It is thestarcrochetshop.com. And thank you for watching, everyone. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye!